Austin Rivers without Chris Paul.
Griffin, Jones comes on him a little bit. There's a nice spinner inside for Blake Griffin. What a by Jordan.
See the difference when you run them off those threes?
Barnes, Griffin waits underneath. By Griffin.
Gotta go.
3-on-2, Rockets a foul to give, and there it goes right there in Prigioni. Griffin has always been a pretty good playmaker, but not like he's showing now. 7 assists a game, and Doc said when 2 before, quickly breaking, it's Griffin! Sailing.
Telling Terrence Jones to throw it up.
Oh, nice fake by Griffin! In the half, it's Griffin alone inside with an...
He hasn't shot the basketball.
Griffin into Smith, grinding for 2.
Not the defender, and still able to finish.
Brewer defending. Griffin, oh, he was hit hard by... Access the NBA Game Time app. Could be within 4.
Not necessarily to score, but to be the playmaker.
Griffin.
Like it.
15, here comes Griffin. More length on him here with Smith. Tough shot, got it to go. 3-4 on 1. Griffin this time will take it himself with Harden.
Okay, now I'm turning to number 13.
Griffin off balance with a game-high 23 for Los Angeles.
And now if you're Kevin McHale, it's okay. Taking him out of the game.
Well, here comes Griffin, held by Howard. Numbers on top. Now, numbers, we got some
For Blake Griffin.
Here he works right into Jones. That's a goaltend issue, which has rectified itself. Here he defends Griffin with
3 rebounds. Kind of flashback to that first-round series versus Dallas. His activity with Houston.
Again, he averaged 13. Ray Jordan already. He has put his fingerprints on the defensive end. Griffin! That's the thing that Doc said about Griffin's game. His rebounding has just been terrific with the fake and a drive, and he's
talking about those points in the paint. 14-8 advantage.
Houston, Tuesday, May 12th on TNT.
This is what I want to know. Who's going to come along for the...
Crawford, Reddick, Griffin's played every minute. They go high, and he comes down hard. Baby, shot clock at 8. Good passing, inside, patience. Been playing the point forward with the injured Paul watching. A 20-footer here, nothing but net. It's getting a little sloppy for the Rockets as Hudson goes the other way with a 2-on-1. And Griffin and Josh Smith.
He's toying.
A lot more now with Paul injured. Crawford. There's another mid-range shot, which he's worked. Now the good passing, Griffin will survey.
Well, everyone needs to get away. Back him down.
Too easy. Griffin.
Clear out.
Blake with 24. And now 26 on the bench. Griffin sidesteps Howard. Takes it in. And
hey, I could have been a super.
That reminds you of the action and excitement of big-time box. Check in for the first time in this series. By the Rockets. They go inside. Griffin. He goes up again.
That first half. 11 of 14 and 26.
Griffin inside. He's had one in every playoff game this year. Now he chisels his way into Howard. With
forward position, Jones and Smith are really struggling in this series.
With no Chris Paul in game 1, you thought there's no way. Paul comes back to get it. Leaves it for Griffin!
And 30%. That's got to change. Nice. Getting up and down pretty quick.
For the 3rd time.
Look at this. Look at this.
Paul. Griffin double, trouble, fading, flings it. Start in 3 of the series. Pulls up 2-1 in their series. Clippers, to be candid. Many of them intentional. Paul to Griffin. Games of this series. Griffin working on Jones. Howard came over.
Because he had the same seats 25 years ago.
Right.
And you wouldn't hit a soul.
That's right. Here's Griffin at the basket. Tipped it back in.
38-39.
What a find. That's 6:55 to go. And the other part of this that will work in the Clippers' advantage would be able to keep the minutes light on Chris Paul. Griffin to spin and score. Less than a week ago, the Clippers were playing a Game 7, a fight for their life against the Spurs. In the second game, when Harden picked up his 4th foul.
Harden is on Griffin. Got Smith on Jordan. Griffin. Bench, a 15-year veteran, all-star. It's Griffin. And Blake, he puts it down. He's got 5. They be a Game Time app. This is Griffin at the free throw line. Howard's got 3 for the Rockets. Jordan the rebound. Here comes Paul ahead to Griffin. Got great position. Comes Paul trailed into Griffin. Jordan, Redick, that's the 5 for the Clippers on the floor with the shot clock down to 4, into 3. 3 triple doubles. The rebounder, and he got 1 win on the road, which was huge for this Clipper team. But fighting Griffin, held by, and he was knocked off, as we saw. Griffin got it. Oh!
No, Kev, but that was just a hard foul.
Howard will sit. 16 points.
Yeah, but I like it. I mean, if you're Kevin McHale, I'd keep going to him to find a rhythm.
Griffin, 3 of 7 with 7 points. It's Griffin, the bump, the drive,
and look at themselves in the mirror to a man and say,
by Houston, 4-on-1. Redick with the triple. Griffin is there. 5 is again. And 21 in game 4.
He's had 3 wide open in transition.
See you. So I went and saw Doc, Rivers before the game, and Kevin McHale and the fans.
And Big Baby. And they've got Crawford and Austin Rivers. A reasonable try to defend Griffin, which has not been easy in this series. Double by Howard. Griffin taps it back up and in.
And here athletically, that's Oz going to be able to stay with Howard.
Jordan is on the bench with 3 fouls. The driving and bulldozing Griffin.
Josh Smith.
A great position by Griffin. Nothing wrong right now for the Rockets. And a layup inside. That's the 5 on the floor for the Clippers. Redick is doubled on top. Nice pass inside. Griffin's got it. Foul. Count it for 2. Their best game in their second round series against the Clippers. Brewer defending Griffin. 10 in game 3, 18 in game 4. Here is Griffin.
Yeah, he's in the locker room right now with it.
Here comes Griffin. 18 and 12 for him. Backing his way into Jones. Griffin.
Too easy.
Too easy. Inside pocket pass from Joni to Hart. On the rebound. So 4.5 to go in the third. Doc again by DeAndre Jordan. That has been terrific. Here comes Griffin with a. There's 1.5 to go in the third. Griffin around Jones and finds the deuce. Here comes Blake Griffin, who did a lot of this, taking the ball up when Paul was out. And there he is.
The Spurs confidence-wise.
Paul works around the screen, goes into Griffin, backpedals his way into Jones. Griffin got the pocket pass. Jones there to defend. Blake again, this time a little bit more physical, and doubled by Brewer. He got it again!
He's got to be aggressive, but to counter that, you got to give Jason Terry some credit as Blake Griffin knocked down that shot. Jason
for 5 from downtown to start. Griffin catches down low and an easy 2. They reset the shot clock on that play. Griffin gets inside and finishes. Crawford. That's a beautiful pass. At first I thought it was going to be inside pass. Crawford now has 5 from 3-point range. There were 6 for 10. Griffin wide open. Paul and Redick and Crawford, great free throw shooters. Blake Griffin drills the jumper, and it's a 5-point game. Griffin goes right at Josh Smith. Gets inside and rolls it in. Griffin gets inside, misses, gets it back again. Up, layup is good. Paul has Jones on him. Crossover, pull-up, shot, no good. Air ball. Griffin the rebound and banks in the putback. Paul lobs it down to Griffin, and he's fouled on the entry pass by Ariza. Both teams in the penalty. Griffin 1 for 2. Paul. Pass inside, quick bucket from Blake. Another turnover. Paul and Griffin. Back to Griffin. Throws it down. 8-point game. Trip to the conference finals. He's never been there. Griffin's jump shot is good.